All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're gonna do a question, questions and answers, baby. Questions and answers. But I'm gonna talk about the Philippines in general, and I'm gonna tell you the truth that most other people wouldn't even dare start they would not even touch on the subjects that I'm going to touch on. Okay, first of all, I hear a lot of sissies out there. There's a lot of sissies in this world crying about the heat. Okay, I got to tell you, the heat in the Philippines is not anywhere near as bad as the heat where I lived in the Florida Keys during the end of July, all of August, and half of September. So, number one, any real man that knows how to work in the heat would just fluff the heat off as just part of life. Okay, so I hear there's an infection in Cebu that can't walk around in the heat for any length of time because apparently his feet swell up or something like that. I am so tired of hearing about not being able to walk around in the heat from people, especially the infection. Who cares whether or not you can walk around in the heat? First of all, you don't know how to deal with the heat, and there's a way to deal with the heat in the Philippines that you would feel just perfectly comfortable with, whether no matter what temperature it is. Could be 100, could be 130. I can work outside in a tank top with 130-degree deck temperature with nothing more than a headband on and a tank top, and it doesn't faze me in the least. Not one bit. Okay, so I'm so tired of hearing about that guy cry that it's too hot to do anything in the Philippines. If you're a man, in which apparently there's some lacking experience in the manhood department of the infection of Cebu, then you deal with the heat. Now, if you want to know how to deal with the heat, you do it in a fashion similar to the Arabs and the Muslims have dealt with the heat for thousands of years. You wear a garment that covers your head and your body so that the moisture that you evaporate acts as a coolant, like a radiator, that dissipates the heat into the atmosphere. That's one way to deal with the heat. Another way to deal with the heat is just man up and say, I have to work in this heat, I have to walk in this heat, I have to move around in this heat, and stop your bitching like a little girl. But nobody wants to hear you bitch about the heat, because I never bitched about the heat or the cold. It's cold and it hurts my knees now, but I never bitched about working out in the cold or in the heat because I'm a man. Okay, I'm the definition of a real man. What you are is you appear to be a man. You appear as a man like an image or a vision miraculously projected, but you're not actually man material. So man up and stop bitching about the heat, number one. Now the first way I explained how to deal with the heat in the Philippines, yes, I'm back. The first way I told you, the Muslims have been dealing with the heat for thousands of years by wearing garments that cover their head and their body. For whatever other reasons they may wear those garments, that helps their body maintain a cooler temperature from the evaporation of the perspiration. And the Arabs and the other countries in that general area of the world, that's how they deal with the heat. Now, me personally, I told you I could wear Mercury 3's t-shirt out and work in 130 degree deck temperature. That means the ground I'm standing on is 130 degrees. I could wear this Mercury 3 shirt, I could wear a tank top, or I could go all out, and if I really feel like cooling myself down, I'll wear this. Now, what is this? This is an insulated sweatshirt. It's insulated sweatshirt. You want to deal with the heat? Stop bitching like a little girl. Get yourself an insulated sweatshirt with a hoodie, okay? And what you do, I'll show you exactly what you do with this shirt. This is an anti-bitching, anti-Cebu infection video update, okay? So now you have this insulated sweatshirt, okay? Thermal insulated sweatshirt. You take this sweatshirt and you put it in a pail of water. Just take the whole sweatshirt, ball it up like this, and put it in a pail of fresh water or salt water if you're on the ocean. Put it in the thing and then put it on like this. Put it on and then put the hood on like this. You could wet your head down, wet your shirt down first if you like. Now you're inside an insulated sweatshirt, and theoretically, you should be hot, but you're not, okay? You're not because the water, the sun is beating down on this dark blue sweatshirt, and the sweatshirt is absorbing the sun's rays, and the water is evaporating out of the sweatshirt. The sweatshirt is acting in the same fashion as your car's radiator. It's dissipating the heat. Now, when this dries, it's going to get hot. You just take it and dip it back into the water again. So if you want to deal with the heat, stop your bitching, go out and get yourself, doesn't have to be an insulated sweatshirt. Could be a regular sweatshirt, and you could have like a baseball cap, wet your baseball cap down. But stop your bitching about the heat and how you can't walk around in the heat and you can't make videos in the heat. Nobody gives a flying shit whether or not you make videos in the heat or not in the heat. Nobody wants to see any of your videos anyway. They just watch your videos so that they can find out things that you say that you shouldn't be saying on YouTube so they can report you. That's the only reason why anybody watches your videos. So it's like you're like an infection, and everybody's trying to clean that infection up, okay? And the way they're doing it is they watch, you get all these views because the people are waiting for you to say something derogatory, and then they flag your video, okay? Because that's what the flagging process is for. That's why you get so many views. The fact that you bitch in every video about something, the bitching thing is just, it amazes me how a person could go on YouTube every day and bitch about something or make mention of something that isn't mentionable or worth mentioning. Like, all right, a Kiwi. Nice to see you also, a Kiwi in the Philippines. Welcome to the machine. Yeah, drink water. Warren H. Warren H. He doesn't have the rent. Warren H. owes Mercury a lot of money for back rent. Tears don't make you cooler. Sweat does. Good one, Mercury. And there are crocodile tears from the guy that's the infection that's bitching in Cebu. It's like an infection. It doesn't stop. Every day there's even when he says he's giving out useful information, it's bitching. Here, I'll give you an example. Apparently, there's a new ferry, and the ferry costs 30 pesos more than the old ferry, but it's aircon. First off, who the hell wants to sit inside an air-conditioned ferry, unless it's raining? I like the outside air. I'm a man. Men enjoy having the air blow over their head. They enjoy the sea breeze. They enjoy the roar of the diesel engines. They enjoy the smell of the ocean. They enjoy watching the boats go past, the little fishing boats and the seagulls outside. Maybe, the seabirds maybe fly over, and they enjoy watching the fishing boats. Who the hell wants to sit inside an air-conditioned boat? Boats are for men to stand outside and enjoy the atmospheric pressure pushing on their face from the sea breeze and the sun But anyway, moving past that, the new boat that goes from one part of Cebu to another part of Cebu, the bitching is, well, the new ferry does cost 30 pesos more, but it's worth it. Why would you mention, but it's worth it, 30 pesos? Why would you mention that unless it inflicted a drain on your bank account? It sounds like you're bitching about the extra 30 pesos. That's what it sounds like to me. But why would you want to sit inside an aircon boat anyway? You outside, there's people with chickens and roosters in boxes, and there's people talking and having fun, and you go down in the back of the boat and you watch the roar of the rooster tail and stuff like that. Men stand outside, men stand on the bow of the boat, which, by the way, you're not allowed on, but I am. And why? Because I know most of the captains and they like me. Why? Because they know I'm a captain as well. Okay, so I have video coming up of Jay, Captain Jay from Cebu, from Bohol to Cebu, where I am actually in the pilot house of the two Go Fast ferry boats, and I will show you the instrumentation and the captain's log and his binoculars and my binoculars next to his binoculars, and we sat there and just chatted for about I guess 35 or 40 minutes. I told him what boats I ran, and then I showed him videos of the boats that I ran and my barge and crane company and stuff like that. And then from that captain, I met another captain, and now I can, on two of the boats that leave from Bohol to Cebu or Cebu back, if I see the captain, they invite me up to the pilot house. That's what men do. Men converse with other men. They don't sit in air-conditioned chairs like a couple of lady boys in the Philippines, which I'm not convinced. Listening to you bitch every day about the great Dave Phelps and now you inflicted your worthless opinion on the great Popeye. Come on. You talking about people being gay all day. Do you realize that 9 out of 10 of your videos you mention somebody is gay or underage engagement in loving matters and with